Well, today I want to talk about the beauty of lenses, the aesthetics of images and sanity, and how this, for me, goes together. Das ist my dog Abby. Stinkst ein bisschen, mein Spatz. Well, the more modern everything gets, the more clinical it gets, right? You've seen it. Just Google the old Kevin Home Alone house, back then and now. It looks like a dentist office. It doesn't look good anymore. Nothing does. The more modern it gets, the more ugly it gets. And this applies to almost everything. The cities are ugly, cars are ugly, oh God, they're ugly. Houses are ugly. It all happened before. You see, in the 1920s here in Germany, Bauhaus style, there were just cubicles. And these cubicles had small vertical windows. Like today. I've seen houses. It's kind of my profession, that field. And you see these houses and they got all these small vertical windows. It's awful. It's like a bunker to shoot out from, right? No. Nothing is beautiful, everything is sterile. And why, if it applies to cars, houses, cities, why shouldn't it apply to lenses and cameras too? There are some camera designs nowadays. It's just a plastic box or a metal box, if you're lucky. There's no beauty to it anymore. Someone on YouTube said, it was a big channel, he said that the Hasselblad, one of the latest models, was the most beautiful camera he's ever seen. And this was just, it was medium format, right? I think you know the camera, I think it's a 903. I don't know, but it's just nothing. It's just a small box, aluminum box, it looks like. There's nothing beauty to that. Nothing beautiful, I mean. So, today I have 4 lenses with me for the Fuji XT3. And these are lenses I consider beautiful, rendering a beautiful image. The first one is this. This is the 23 1.4R lens. I think it's pretty beautiful. And for me, it is helpful to remain sane in this world nowadays, in this fast-changing world. And these lenses and the images they produce, even though they are modern lenses, they bring me back in time and they let me experience things that I considered aesthetic when I was younger. I hope I'm in a shot still. I might not be, because I did not mount the monitor, but if I am, this lens is versatile too. It has autofocus. It's kind of legendary, the 23 1.4R. All these images and old images, wet plate images, they were so beautiful and times were different. And now there's a car coming and I have to stop until the car has passed. So, in a world changing that fast, it's easy to lose sanity. And in a world that gets more ugly from day to day. In a world that gets more ugly from day to day, it's easy to lose your sanity. As a comparison to the lens before, it's another beautiful lens in my opinion. It's a TT Artisan 25 f2. I got this lens also for the Sony system, but on the A6700 it's not that beautiful. It has something to do with the sensor of the Fuji and not only the lens. So this lens, well, it can calm you down. You need more time. When I was a photographer back in 2014, 15, it was alright, but then the new technology started, kind of. People were taking pictures constantly, like almost as if they would shoot a movie all the time. Of course it wasn't. They just took 300 pictures and kept 3. And all these pictures, no one will look at them. You take hundreds and thousands of pictures and you will never look at them again. They are on your hard drive, stored somewhere, and that's it. You will not look at them. And such a waste, such a waste. And this is why people lose their sanity. Everything is moving so fast. Everything's getting so ugly and you feel trapped all the time. you're trapped. And no matter how much you try to escape, you're trapped. Not the typical, not the job or this or that, no. Earth. You're trapped in a society changing, you're trapped in a world changing so fast that it's no fun at all. And this does not help to stay sane in this world. Back then, I almost lost my sanity because of that. Everything was changing so fast all of a sudden. And I stick to that, what I had. And I lived slower. In Germany, we would say, entschleunigt. You don't have to participate in everything there is. Do your own pace. Use the lenses that you want to. Do not get influenced by the latest stuff. Everything new, everything this and that lens and this. The internet is full of reviews. There's a camera coming out and people buy these cameras or get these cameras and then they make review videos about this camera, latest model, and find flaws and this and that. And it's just chilling them. It's chilling these goods. Beagle, Beagle, komm her. Na komm, stinkende Zaubermaus, komm her. Setz dich hin, setz dich hin. I'm also a dog trainer, certified. I don't know why I did this. Well, what's that? Some birds. So, do your own pace. Nothing is more important than you being happy, you being, you being satisfied with what you do and how you live. So, there's no need to get influenced all the time with the latest stuff. It's an illusion. No one can afford that. No one can afford buying new cameras all the time just to make a video. That's not real. We are now on a TD Artisan 35mm f1.4. And this light and lens, it reminds me of the calmer times, the slower times, not calmer but slower. You had time to learn something, you had time to get good with or at something. Like photography, videography. Now, the curve is very steep. So in theory, people would have to know everything at once to participate. Not even to compete, but to participate. Photography is not about, it's not a competition. So is video making. It's not a competition. You have your own style, you have your own way to see things, your own perspective. Right? So you would take a totally different shot. And you might say, oh well, this shot is ugly, what are you doing? Or you might say, my videos are boring. Or my acting is shit. Well, for you, it might be. For me, it is not. And this is what YouTube was intended for. It was broadcasting yourself, broadcasting what moves you, broadcasting what interests you. Now it's just a commercial, a big commercial. And even in this commercial, there are commercials. So people are chilling all these products. And while you watch the video of people chilling the latest, most expensive lenses, I've seen a video recently. Oh, I tried my first. No, it was the camera, the only camera with a fixed lens that you might need. Oh yeah, right. Huh? It was a medium format compact camera for 4,500 euros. That's realistic. Who's going to buy that? Who? Not all people that are watching YouTube videos can afford these things, and they, even if they could, they would not do that. And why should they? The most people, they use it for their vacations, or they like photography, they want to start photography. I had some comments about that, and I'm glad that I could help people. I got some messages, and they thanked me for just introducing all these older cameras to them, so the usability that is still great and so on. And thank you for your comments and messages. I appreciate you. But it's not about chilling the latest stuff. You cannot do that. You cannot keep up with that. Where's all the money come from? And the people don't care. You buy a camera for 4,000 euros, you make a video, few people watch it, and they click away anyway, because the attention span is gone, and people have no time because they want to watch everything there is on YouTube. It's just too much. It's too much for our brain, it's too much for our sanity. That's no fun. And it should be fun. And to keep your sanity and to Stay sane. You have to slow down. You have to calm down and slow down with everything that you do. You cannot compete with everything. You cannot watch everything there is. And you shouldn't. It makes you nervous, and your attention span will drop even more. So, my channel is not dedicated to that. My channel is just entertainment. I'm no expert. I'm no optician. I studied law. I was a pilot. These were my professions. Real estate. Cameras? Yes, I was a photographer and videographer. I took pictures since I was 5, and then I was a professional photographer and videographer for about 7 years, right? But I'm no expert with all these specs. I just decide for myself what looks pleasing, what looks good in my opinion, and what doesn't. And this is what this is all about. And I show you some lenses or cameras from time to time, but these are never the most recent stuff. They are gems, in my opinion, gems I like to use. And lenses I intended to use. That's why I bought them. I did not buy them to chill them out or to make a commercial out of them. No, it's just to show you how this could look for less money than buying the latest stuff. Because you do not need it. Some people need it. Some professional wildlife, National Geographic photographer may need it, but I don't. So this is not what this is, just entertainment. And I think it is nice to see the lens in action before you buy it, even if it's a lens for 70 euros. And this is the Fuji 35mm 1.4R lens. Do you like the look of this lens even more? It is more convenient in my opinion. It has autofocus, at least. Well, not at least. It's a very good autofocus. Do not get tricked. Of course there are better autofocus models, like the XT4 or XT5 or whatever, Sony models, but it's not about that. Photography is about time. Videography is about taking your time. Since there is a shutter, it is always about time. And some lenses, they render beautiful images, and this helped me to keep my sanity. I wanted to wrap myself inside of these slides because I felt so at home when looking at these slides. This is what photography or videography means to me. So, these lenses that render a good image, if you feel like me and if you can feel what I say, then you know that this is something that you might need. You do not need the most expensive and latest stuff, and I do not show you these things. I do not show you the latest cameras and the latest lenses, and I have no intention of chilling gear out. Right? It's not a commercial. Sometimes you watch, like I said, you watch a commercial in a commercial. So you watch YouTube commercials before the ChillTube video starts, where this is just another commercial for this lens or for this camera, always the latest models. Some channels, they drifted into that direction. I like these channels a lot. It was about gear, affordable gear, good gear that is not always that expensive and usable. And then, all of a sudden, they got sponsored, and now they got Hasselblads. And they show you their Hasselblads. Would you buy a Hasselblad? Well, maybe you would, but they cost 10,000 euros or $10,000. So most people won't buy it. It's nice to look at, but it's just a commercial. It's like you've been presented with some dishwashing detergent, right? And then you have the feeling, oh, I need this. I need to buy this. I really do. I cannot live without that. This is what a commercial is about. So I just want to show you the beauty of these cameras, older cameras that are still good in 2025. I want to show you the beauty of these lenses and what they might look like if you shoot yourself or your family or your projects with them. I would not use an XT3 and these lenses for professional studio work. When I had my photo studio, I used the D800 and the $150 Nico lens to take almost all of my portraiture, my fine art portraitures. So it's not about that. So if you can feel me, then you know. And these lenses, these cameras, that give you the most pleasing image. It's subjective, totally. I know what I like, and I know the lenses that I like, and I buy them with the intention of using them. It's about the aesthetics and, of course, the usability. Sometimes a lens that is usable is more important than a lens with the best aesthetics. For photography, every lens that has aesthetics is also usable. For videography, it might not be the case. So, you've seen 4 lenses today. The 23 1.4R, the 25 f2 from TD Artisan. It's one of my least favorite lenses. Then you've seen the 35mm f1.4 from TD Artisan and the 35mm f1.4 Fuji that you see right now, the R version. And you've heard my dogs, and you've seen my beagle. And I hope this video calmed you down. You do not need all this stuff. I was a victim of that too, but it's not needed. You need what is nice. You need what is nice for you and what looks good to you. You do not need a $2,800 lens just because someone said so. You don't. The TD Artisan 25 might not be the best lens there is, and no way there is. It's not a good lens. It's not very good, but the Batis that has the same specs costs 1,130 euros more. And the question is this 1,130 euros better? Or is the TD Artisan usable? I said once, it does not mean, or it does not have to be bad just because it's from the gas station. And it's true. So find what looks pleasing to you and do not get influenced that much. But I know I was a victim of that too. But I hope this was an insight, and I hope this helped a bit. With this being said, like and subscribe and stay tuned if you want. And one love. See you in the next video.